guys, it's now day 11 post-op, and it's probably going to be all very similar things happening for the next few days healing wise. If I'm just sitting here without doing anything, everything feels normal. It doesn't feel like there's anything going on, but I've been yawning a lot, and when I yawn it feels super tight on the inside of my nostrils because all the stitches are still holding everything together. I'm not sure how long it takes for them to dissolve, but they're definitely hanging in pretty tight. I'm gonna wash my face and clean everything up and then apply some makeup and make myself presentable. So see you guys in a minute. Well, so this time I simplified it a bit from the last couple times I did my makeup. Obviously the less layers you put on, the better it's gonna end up, but I also used my Makeup Forever concealer instead of the hard candy one from Walmart. As long as you're not trying to cover up a black eye, it would work just fine, and I really like it. But because I need something that's heavy coverage, the Makeup Forever works pretty decent. You might not be able to see it from this far, but up close you can still kind of see the bruise through it, but it's not going to be noticeable, I would hope. If you're just like walking around in public, people aren't going to be like, oh my gosh, even though yesterday I did feel like that was the case. So I once again did not put any makeup around the bottom of my nose because I have my base of tracing and I didn't want to put any makeup on that yet. I just wanted to heal as properly as possible. So I put makeup all over the rest of my face. I did put makeup over the top of my nose. It seems like the peeling has gotten a little bit better, and I did not put arnica gel on my eyes, obviously, because that was a bad idea on the first day. So right through here is where the bruises are. So I think in person you can kind of see them through, but might not really be able to tell. But anyway, so I'm gonna go run some errands and I will catch up with you guys in a bit. I just got back home. I'm gonna show you guys how not well the makeup stayed on over my bruises. And it just it got lighter and lighter, I guess. I don't know if your skin absorbs makeup or it just like blows off into the wind, but it starts to become kind of see-through, and it's still better than like whatever's underneath, but the makeup has not been staying very well on my skin. I don't know if it's the makeup, how I'm doing it, or if it's maybe my skin being more oily, or I don't know, because parts of it are super dry and then parts of it have peeled off skin and then other parts have new skin. So it's just kind of patches of dry. So it looks kind of bad up close, but I don't know about exfoliating it just yet because it's still doing so much healing all over that I don't want to mess with that. So anyway, I think I'll probably just tough it out till week 6 and then start looking into like maybe getting a facial or exfoliating, or I don't know, like a dermaplane, something. There's still tenderness like if I push on my leg, but my legs are starting to really get back to normal where when I sit I don't like kind of cringe every single time. They're still definitely bruised, but it's just going more into like an itching stage versus like being extremely sore. My cheeks are starting to get sensation back. It doesn't feel as numb when I touch my face. The surface of the skin actually is starting to have more of a normal feel to it, and even my nostrils are starting to get like a normal feeling when I touch them, because my nose has still had the feeling of having a bunch of like little fuzzies all over the tip of it. So it's like constantly itching. So the middle part feels pretty numb and still tender. It's also the area that still has like the clear stitches, and then on the edges feeling came back, so it doesn't feel as numb. Before it was like all feeling super stiff and sore, but I feel like there's like a little more flexibility to my nostrils now. And also I've had those same little zaps and like pain that goes through my nose or through my cheek, and it's nothing that I would like take a Tylenol for or anything, but they've still been going on today. I wouldn't be worried about healing pains. It means that your body's working on it. My nose was super swollen on the inside today. I don't know if it just happens every time I go down into Salt Lake City. As soon as I went down there, the inside of my nose, I felt like there was like barely any air getting through. I mean, there was still some air getting through, but it just felt like it just got super, like, I don't know, like the inside cartilage of my nostril was just like swelling. And it wasn't like up here, like normally when you have allergy congestion, it's like through the nostril part. So it feels super weird. It feels like there's like something in there. I don't even know. And then I've been yawning a lot, and so I can feel it pull on all the stitches that are in there. So it kind of weirds me out because I'm like, oh, I don't want to hurt anything. Now it doesn't really hurt, but the inside of the nose, you can feel that everything's tied together, and you'd think that that sounds painful, but it's like tied in a way that's not painful, if that makes any sense. At least on me, it just feels like strings are tying the walls together, but in a non-painful way, if that makes any sense. So when you're yawning, it kind of feels a little weird because it's pulling apart from that. I've been trying to not bump my nose because whenever I put my visor on, sometimes I'll pull it down too much and like that will hit my nose. And it's not hard, but still, it's really hard not to bump it in some way. Like earlier this morning, I was saying how I'd accidentally bumped it with my own hand. I talk with my hands a lot. So as I was saying that had just happened, I was like, oh my gosh, I just swatted myself in the nose, and I swatted it again because I was talking and imitating what I did, like a total idiot. I don't even know. So just be careful. So now I am going to wipe off this makeup to show you guys what my bruises are looking like at the end of day 11. And I'm back. So I definitely noticed that my skin is absolutely just like patchy, peeling all over. So my nose is still peeling. And then around here, it's just got like dry skin down here, and then the skin up here is a little bit shinier. I think it's just from the swelling. It's just trying to like shed and adjust, like I've said in previous videos. So that's definitely part of the issue with putting makeup over that. If you don't exfoliate, just makeup on peeling skin is not a good thing. But whatever, just doing what I can with what I got. Then the other thing was, you have to be so careful when you're washing your face, because I've mentioned this yesterday, this is still the case today. It's super tender right on the inside, like on the bridge between the eyes. For some reason, I always seem to put a little bit of pressure there when I'm washing, probably just because I'm trying to get like all around my eyes, and it's definitely a little bit tender. Mainly the bridge, the whole bone part of the nose is probably the most tender when you're trying to wash your face. And it's really hard because like when you're trying to cup your hands and then splash it on your face, your nose is right in the way of that, and you don't realize that you can't do that. So you have to like wet your hands and like one hand at a time go over your face. You can't like splash water on your face very well because your hands will hit your nose, and obviously that's not what you're trying to do. So that's pretty much all that there is to catch you guys up on. I'll give you guys the close-up of what's going on with the face today, and then I'm gonna go back upstairs and reapply my ointments and clean out the inside of my nose. So here is the close-up. Eyes looking a lot better. The yellow is really starting to go away. It was like down to here. I mean, you can kind of see it a little bit, but it's definitely getting better. And then a little bit over here, a little bruise right here. We're getting there. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. He always wants to be with his mom. Oh, he's such a good boy. And I'm so glad I can finally give him kisses again.